go to, you know, the president said that because he lived in Indonesia and he studied Islam himself, he's quoted in the New York Times as saying one of the prettiest sounds on earth at sunset is talking about Muslim prayer. Then he said, the day I'm inaugurated, the Muslim hostility will leave. That's what he said. He's uniquely qualified to end this. What happened, Michael?
Well, his hope was right. He was in the right place, but situations did not work out. I think, like you said, the Brotherhood.
But he apologized for torture, which was not torture, enhanced interrogation. He apologized for Gitmo in order to close. He went on a worldwide apology tour. He supported the Muslim Brotherhood in the overthrow of Mubarak. What happened?
Sean, he did not apologize. He stated what was going on and letting the people know our position. But we are doing what we are doing.
He said we went contrary to our traditions and our ideals. He said, I stopped torture. And he was talking about enhanced interrogation. He said that in Cairo. This is how Cairo responds. He supported eliminating Mubarak. Dr. Jasser, I look at this and I see a president that has got on his knees, he's apologized, he's kissed rings, he's begged, he's bowed, and the Muslim world, they have no respect for him. None.
Well, I'll tell you, Sean, I think even though he may know Indonesia, my family's from Syria and they escaped persecution. And if you talk to American Syrians, we know we're able to practice our faith more freely here than any country in the world, especially Muslim countries. And you see what's happening here. And the president and Jay Carney in his comments today, I find them offensive as an American in that they completely have no foreign policy. They're missing in action. And what's happening is the moderates, remember, these mobs now that we see in the past few days are nothing like what was happening with millions in the streets last year. Those moderates that aren't in the streets today are waiting for America to defend liberty, to defend freedom across the Middle East. And what's happening, just as Charles said earlier, you see a vacuum, and the Salafists, the Middle East has been torn between two fascisms. And Assad is now probably cheering in Syria, saying, wow, this is all it takes to get America out of the Middle East is one little crazy, trashy video, and they're out of here, and they're weak because we are being taken for fools. And the principles that my family came as devout Muslims, and for us to need help to fight back against jihadists, against radical Islamists, they need help on the ground.
Let me go to Michael.
And it's not happening.
Michael, I want to know, you explain to me why America supported, and this president, and you know, because you and I have been on this program, we discussed all during the Arab Spring. I told you the Muslim Brotherhood would come to power. You told me they wouldn't. They said they weren't going to run. In recent weeks, they kicked out the military. Allah, our objective, the Prophet, our leader, the Quran, our law, jihad, our way, dying in the way of Allah, our highest hope. You explain to me why I would expect anything but what we are seeing there, and why are some people surprised? I am not, as you know.
Sean, today's, I don't know if you read the news release today and his speech from the Brotherhood. They're saying that we guarantee the freedom of speech and something.
The Brotherhood was encouraging further protests, Michael. That's not true.
No, sir, they were not.
President Morsi has referred to Israel as vampires, and President Morsi just went to align himself with the supreme leaders and the Ayatollahs and Adolf Ahmadinejad, who want to annihilate Israel. He was just over there, wasn't he?
Sean, he was not encouraging, he was discouraging the protest. He's saying you can express the protest, but in a peaceful manner. And again, Mike, Sean, freedom of expression is the most cherished value. We should not compromise on freedom of expression.
Why do people act like this if there's a cartoon against the Prophet? Why do people act like this if they don't like what a movie trailer says?
Because they're dumb idiots that are not following Islam.
Well, Mike, the problem is, Mike, if you want to prove what Islam is, then you need to speak out against these Islamists and speak out against the Brotherhood, who, by the way, you have a president there who not only is a conspiracy theorist about 9/11, asked for the release of the blind sheikh when he came to power, and his media in the past week stoked these flames because they were talking about this video. They translated it into Arabic. President Morsi knows exactly what's happening. He could have stopped these mobs.
Right, guys,
a lot of these are rent-a-mob, and you have to face up. If you want America to support the liberals, act that way, Mike, and show that they exist.
You would think for the $2 billion we could have got a little help at our own embassy. All right, and a lot more to come tonight. A lot of ground yet to cover. Coming up, Egypt, Libya.